What's going on with me? I can't get these images out of my mind. Those black creatures. How do they know me? Who was I before this? What?
Shadow, you seem troubled.
You!
Look.
That's the...
Yes, that's right. The space colony Ark. 50 years ago.
The Ark? 50 years ago? That's... me.
That's right. This will remind you what the humans did to you. Never forget that horrifying image.
So something worth mentioning, the intro actually looks different depending on whether you approached it from Cryptic Castle or from Prison Island. Prison Island makes the scenery all green, Cryptic Castle makes it all red. So, yeah, a little cutscene difference that, I don't know why they bothered. I don't know why they bothered. But now, folks, ladies and gentlemen, we're at the Doom. This level is fucking terrible. So bad.
Shadow, I just can't leave everyone else behind. Please, you need to rescue the people being held by the gun soldiers in the laboratory.
I've got to help Maria escape.
Take revenge on the soldiers.
Please, rescue the others.
Oh my god. Okay, this is the Doom. Basically, the hero mission requires that you save 10 of the researchers in the Space Colony Ark by picking up a healing capsule, throwing it on them, and then they just fade away into ether, but they're healed somehow, whatever. Point is, you need to find these 10 guys. A lot of them are hiding behind destroyed walls that the gun military troops blow up constantly. And the level design of the Doom is fucking terrible! Oh my god! You know how I said in Cryptic Castle that the camera could be a little bit of a problem and that I was going to mention in full detail why? Shadow the Hedgehog decides to invent these levels where it's all maze-like and you have to constantly rotate the camera with the C-stick just to see where you're going. And the way the camera is positioned, it doesn't really aim upwards very well. You can only kind of aim the camera to move left and right, but you can't really aim it to look up or down. So, you know, you can't see any gun drones flying above you. You can't really look up to see where a ladder or an elevator might, you know, reach and stuff. And you have to constantly take elevators in Shadow the Hedgehog's Doom level. And those elevators are so fucking slow and tedious that when you're just playing through it, you're just like, oh, come on, elevator, hurry up! There are certain cracks in the walls that you need to destroy with explosives. It's not like Cryptic Castle where you can spin dash into them. No, you gotta find these explosives and then chuck it at the thing and then... This level's just fucking terrible. It's so bad. I should not have to move the camera this much in a Sonic the Hedgehog game, you know? The camera should really just be focused on my character and turning to the spots that I need to turn on. The fact that I have to constantly move the camera this much... Oh, and there's the map. There's the fucking map. Something I wanted to bring up earlier, but I've been waiting for the Doom to bring up, but, you know...
He's been wounded by the gun.
The camera's so terrible. Seriously, I can't aim it upwards. I missed that guy because he wasn't close enough and the camera was too far away and I had no idea my perspective from where I would throw the damn thing on him and where I was, and it's just so fucking terrible. You can't just walk up to the gun guy with a capsule, can you? No, of course not. That would be, that would be too highbrow for these fucking... I don't know. I just hate this level! It's fucking retarded. Why can't I just pick up the guy? Why can't I just run into the wounded researcher? No, I have to pick up this energy capsule, which has to spawn in after an enemy makes you drop yours. Like, I'm just waiting for the energy capsule. I'm not sure if Maria being there delays it. Then I gotta throw it at the guy, and if I miss, I gotta wait for that damn thing to spawn again, and it's just... terrible. I can't just walk up to him. I can't just, like, place it on him. No, I gotta be a little bit of a distance away from him so that I can chuck it on top of him. And some of these researchers are in the higher parts of the Doom, and then you gotta take these elevators, and they're way too freaking slow, and you constantly have to wait for them, and this level just doesn't feel like a Sonic level at all. The camera is terrible. It's just such a maze, too. They have maps on the walls themselves that go, like, you are here. Good luck if you can get the camera to focus in on it, but they have maps on the walls of the level that supposedly give you an idea of where you are in relation to everything else, which is absolute bullshit because this elevator room looks very identical to another elevator room that we're going to be seeing near the end of this level. So it all looks the same. You're going to be constantly lost and you won't know what the hell's what, and it's just retarded. But elevator segments suck. The map thing, the map, you have to look at it from the camera angle. You have to look at it while you pass it. You can't just push the pause button and then a map shows up, you know? No, you gotta look on the walls for the maps. You gotta look on the walls to see where you are. Something that would have fixed Shadow the Hedgehog's problems tenfold. Something that would have made this game so much simpler and easier and would have stopped my bitching. Would have stopped all of the bad criticism it got. Would have saved the entire fucking game, right? A radar. A radar. You know how hard that would have been to put in a radar? I mean, honestly, just put a little circle in the bottom. You know, blue enemies, blue dots. Red enemies are red dots. Like, evil enemies are red dots and good guys are blue dots. And, like, when you push this pause button or the Z button, how about it brings up a little map of where you are and where all the objectives you need to find are. Like, you know, like here's a jewel you need to activate Glyphic Canyon. It's on this part of the map. Okay, now I know where it is. Thanks, helpful game. Thanks for making this game a lot more easier, a lot more bearable to play. I missed that guy, so I gotta go back to the elevator, and it's so terrible, this level. Just terrible. But again, why couldn't the makers of this game put in a radar? Do you know how much trouble that would have saved me? Do you know how much pain and suffering I could have saved myself if when I finish a Glyphic Canyon, right? Or not Glyphic Canyon, but let's say Westopolis. I miss an alien. I missed an alien, and I can't complete the hero mission until I find that one alien. You know how much tension and stress I would have saved myself if all I had to do was push start, look on the map where that blue dot was, and then I'd be like, oh, okay, he's in between the 3rd and 4th checkpoint. And then I go to the 3rd checkpoint, go find the alien, boom, the radar points him out for me. All is well in the world, you know? And funny enough, I've seen old screenshots of Shadow the Hedgehog that appeared to have a radar. It seemed like they had a radar at one point in the game, but then at some point they were like, you know what? We don't need the radar. Good design? What's that? I don't know. It's like they couldn't implement the radar, so they were just like, fuck it. These guys will like this game regardless, you know.
Shadow, give him a heal unit. Shadow,
Oh my god. So there's no radar. You have to constantly move the C-stick just to have the camera facing where you need to face, for the most part. And it's really terrible. This mission is god-awful. It's so stupid.
I will protect the people of the Ark.
And of course the Dark Mission is equally as stupid because it's another kill every enemy in the level scenario.
Remember, you were attacked by the humans here. You know what you must do. Finish them off. Make the humans suffer.
So yeah, you have to kill 60 gun troops, and with this whole maze bullshit, we are constantly looking around and rotating the camera just to see where you are and where everything is in relation to you. No radar or anything. Yeah, finding 60 of these guys, some of which have to break out of walls so that you could notice them. You might run by them before they break through the wall. Terrible level design. Terrible mission structure. Nothing about this is good. The Doom level is a fucking train wreck and a half. I don't even get it in the context of the story. So is Black Doom, did he time travel Shadow to the past? Are we literally in the past? Or did Black Doom create some kind of vision, some kind of hallucinogenic bullshit scenario where Shadow is reliving a fakeness or something, you know? I don't know. I mean, Black Doom wouldn't be there, would he? He wouldn't be there guiding Shadow, telling him, kill all the humans. And it's mind-boggling. I don't know why this level exists. It should be like the coolest level in the game. It should be one of the most interesting levels in the game. But because the level design is so terrible, because the missions they want you to do are so god-awful, it's one of the worst levels in the game. Sonic the Hedgehog games are not meant for giant mazes where you walk around rooms and you have to look at maps to see where you are. That's not Sonic! Sonic games is going from point A to point B, usually just going down a straight pathway. And while that is simple, it is fun. No one complained about Sonic Generations that came out earlier this year because, oh man, I wish the level design was a lot more complicated. No! People love the level design of good Sonic games because, you know, while it is just going from point A to point B, it's about platforming and it's about not worrying where you need to go. It's about just fucking going. This shit is just tedious, and anyone who defends this gameplay, you're just wrong. I'm sorry. This is awful. This is terrible. The only reason Sonic 06 is a worse game than Shadow, in my opinion, is because instead of riding this elevator, I'd probably clip through a wall or get stuck on it if I was Knuckles or some bullshit. You know? Shadow the Hedgehog doesn't have so many glitches, I find. And as I say this, I'm going to point out one at the end of this video. But it doesn't have so many glitches that it's unplayable like Sonic 06 is. You know, and Sonic 06 has its terrible parts as well, where it's almost like the Shadow missions, and you do have to constantly move the camera in Sonic 06. But again, I'm going to save all the Sonic 06 criticism because I don't want to talk about that game. And Shadow's the main focusee here, you know? Never in Sonic Heroes did Team Chaotix's missions ever get this bad. Never were they like, okay, now you're in a giant maze area, you have to use these maps that are on the walls as opposed to a button press. And it's just terrible. It's just ridiculous. How anyone could go, oh yeah, this is a good level, is beyond me. Absolutely makes no sense. Oh my god. Should be the highlight of Shadow the Hedgehog. This should be the moment that goes like, everyone should be like, oh sweet, we're gonna learn more about Shadow's past. We're gonna go into the Space Colony Arc and meet up with Maria again and all that jazz. But nope. Just one of the worst parts. It's one of those parts that everyone just goes, oh man, you remember the Doom? Wasn't that a terrible level? I never want to go through that again. Easily the worst level in the game. The Doom is the worst level in the game, by far. And there's another Arc level coming up that's just as bad, but this one's worse because of the mission structure. Not only is healing the researchers really annoying to do, but one thing I haven't mentioned yet that we're going to see as we get to the end of this. These 60 goons you have to destroy, one of them is glitched. I tested this out 10 times. On the GameCube. I'm playing the GameCube version. I know this game is for the PlayStation 2 and the Xbox as well. And I haven't played the PlayStation 2 or Xbox versions. But from what I know of the GameCube version, this happens all the time without fail. I tested it out many times, and it always happened. Every time. 100% success rate. Or fail rate, if you will. But the last gun soldier you need to kill in the last room, he's a mech. He's like one of those giant green mechs that you blow up. The one I'm facing right now, actually. He doesn't pop in. All the other gun soldiers pop in. This is the room. Those gun beetles pop in. Those gun beetles are here. Look around. Is there anything else? Is there a giant mech? Is there a green mech? Just answer me that. Is there a green mech in that spot? Did you see one? No? Okay, keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Because he's like the only guy I have to kill left. Past like the elevator robots. And he doesn't pop in immediately. I tested this level 5 times for the LP, and every time I played this level before the LP, when I was just regular playing the game, he never popped in. So what I have to do is I have to warp to like the first checkpoint, which is like a long distance away, then I warp back, and then when I go to the elevator spot, now the mech is there. There he is! Hey, where'd you go? If you're making a game... Oh, the fucking elevator! It took off without me, so now I have to wait for it. If you're making a game where the entire focus point of the game is to kill all of the enemies in the level, and if you don't find one, you're backtracking through the giant maze level that is the Doom. All 6 minutes and 21 seconds of it, as I'm looking at the timer now. And I have to look around that stupid fucking maze over again to find that one gun mech that got away. And then I find out later that gun mech never popped in. The game wasn't programmed right. He doesn't pop in until the other gun robots are destroyed, and you go away from it, and then you come back, there he is. Bravo! Bravo! Great design! Great design! I'm glad I'm spending another 6 minutes looking for a gun mech that should have been there. Fuck this level, it is a fucking train wreck.
Now you know what true suffering is, you pathetic humans.
Terrible game! People like this game? No! No!
Mantis platoon, Hedgehog reporting in. Primary target and the girl have been located. Acquiring targets. En route to intercept and destroy.
What the?
Please, Shadow, help me.
Humans, willing to sacrifice their own when overcome by greed. They are a foolish race.
Those heartless humans! Get out of my way!
This is Hedgehog. Target has been sighted. Proceeding to engage in new...
Now go. Bring swift judgment upon these humans for their trespasses.
But anywho, I'm gonna calm down, because the boss fights in Shadow are well designed in my opinion. The boss fights do work well, and Hedgehog is interesting. It's a gun robot, and it even has the gun boss theme from Sonic Adventure 2, like when you fought the flying dog and the Bigfoot and such on Prison Island. So it's a remix of that boss theme, which I like. Basically, you have to keep homing attacking until one of the rocket launchers breaks off, and then you can use it to actually shoot rockets at the robot itself. Again, it's lock-on, so you hold on to the button, you let go when it's all locked on, and you will shoot missiles at the robot itself. Every time you break off one of those rocket launcher compartments, you can then pick it up when it lands on the ground. You can use these containers to stand above because it shoots electrical waves either at the bottom or the top. And it's an alright boss fight. You know, it's simple, it's easy to figure out. The boss fights are well designed. At least the camera's focused on the boss, unlike Sonic 06's stupid fucking boss fights. I am raging too much, I'm sorry. But that was the flying dog. It's a good boss fight. It's a good part of this game.
How dare you harm Maria, disgusting humans, out of my sight.
But, you know, that was the Doom. A terrible level. Terrible, terrible level. I'm not actually angry. I just think it's really stupid design. And I don't get how anyone could say this is a good game. I'm sorry. But now we're moving on to Mad Matrix in part 10. See you then.